defense was. Might be Damien's turn.
Casey?
Sounds like, although it might have taken a loss for Purdue, the defense at least seems pretty fired up. Is that what you saw in practice today, and just the general vibe of the last 14 hours?
Yeah, I think the defense does a really good job of coming to work every day, no matter what's going on. I think that's our standard. Is we're going to come out and we're going to play to be the best. We only have control over what happens, on our side of the ball. But that's what we can control is the defense coming out there and playing every snap like we're black shirts.
How frustrated were those two drives they had in the second half? Then kind of long, slow drives where they were able to kind of little yards here and there that they get 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean they're frustrating because you want to get 3 and out as quick as possible, get your offense back on the field to get those points. I think that was kind of part of their game plan was to slow the game down, and work the ball down the field. But I mean it's tough on everyone. We're out there playing more. It's more snaps. We're getting more and more tired. We have to keep our rotation going. When you get 3 and outs, you don't have to worry about that. You go out there, you get three snaps, get back on the bench, get rested up, get ready for the next drive. So yeah, it was tough. It was frustrating, but you got to kind of keep your head, stay focused and get off the field as fast as you can.
How different of a challenge is Ohio State's offense going to be then?
I mean, Ohio State, they're one of the best teams in the country, but we're ready. We're ready for it. I think that was kind of something we saw today. Where guys put what happened in the shade, and we're going to attack this week because we have a great opportunity this week against Ohio State. Anytime you get to play these type of teams, it's exciting. Especially, it's kind of why you come to Nebraska, right? You want to play the best teams in the country, and this week we get an opportunity to play a top 10 team and do some damage. So that's our goal, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to attack this week. We're going to go out there and we're going to, just like every game, give it our best.
They've been the standard in the Big Ten for such a long time. How do you guys feel like you stack up just from a talent perspective to that team that's been winning the Big Ten title?
I mean, I think we stack up really well with them. I think, like Damien said, I think we stack up with most every team in the country if we got to play every team in the country. I think we're just our D line's playing really well. Defensively, I think we're playing really well. I can only speak for the defense. I'm not on the other side of the ball, so. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think the whole defense is. It's an opportunity to put what happened past 2 games to bed. You know what I mean? If you go out and you beat Ohio State, it's obviously a really big deal. So we have a great opportunity in front of us. We're really excited about it. We came to work today to be as best prepared for this opportunity as we can.
When people think about Ohio State, think about all those receivers and the skill and all that, but I know you're just getting into them, but it's one of the better offensive lines that you will have seen this year, isn't it?
I think anytime you talk about Ohio State, I think they probably have the best talent all around. But like I said earlier, that's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want to play against because we think we have the best talent too. It's every time you play a team like that, every play is going to be a battle. You're going against the best guys in the country. There's a reason why they're always in the championship, in the playoffs and stuff like that. But that's just another motivator for us, another great opportunity to go out and show that we can do what we want with teams like that.
Most teams that are 3-6, there's cracks in the locker room or something like that. That's part of it. But JoJo, after the game Saturday, gave kind of a passionate speech about how this is such a tight-knit group. Is that the right read on it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think JoJo said really good stuff after the game. He said, when you wear an N on your helmet and on your chest, you don't have a choice but to come up and work every day as hard as you can, and there's no giving up. And I think that we've done a great job with this team in setting the standard that we're not going to give up no matter what. No one on our team has really given that indication that they're going to set it in and give up. That's just not how that locker room rolls. If there is someone like that, we usually squash that pretty quick. The captains have done a great job in just getting that standard set. And like I said, that's not really going to happen with our team. It's just not who we are.
As someone who was maybe listening to the different post-game setup Saturday where the captains talk, would you take from it, and what do you see in the room as you guys responded?
Can you say it again?
Just
Just
so,
read that.
Frost said after the game, he didn't talk to the team, he let the captains
Mhm.
sort of, how do you kind of, as someone who was listening in the locker room, what would you take from that situation?
I mean, I thought it was a really good idea. Coach came in and said what he had to say, and then he like you said, let the captains go. It's good because it didn't give anyone. I mean, not that anyone had the choice, but it made everyone really clear of what the leaders and what the older guys on the team had in their head. We're not going to set this ship in, and we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna play as hard as we're gonna compete until they say we have no more games. And I think that was really key for maybe some young guys to hear. I know for me, I mean, it's kind of already in my head. There's no way that no one on this team is gonna give up and let this thing go.
Casey, is there a mental hurdle at all? Not just that Nebraska, but that teams face when they play Ohio State. It used to say back in the day with Nebraska that opponents would come in here, down a touchdown or two already because of who the opponent was. Does that exist? Do you feel with Ohio State?
No, I honestly, not at all. I think it's kind of the opposite right now. We're excited to be able to play them because it's just a great opportunity. We could do a lot of damage, like I said, and that's not really that's another thing that's really not kind of our team's thing is we don't really kind of put ourselves down before a game. I don't think any really good teams should do that. But no, I think a lot of guys are way more excited about this game than like nervous, like you said. I think guys are ready to, put what happened behind us and do something different and make a change.
Personally for you, I mean, Ohio State last year was kind of a big game where you sort of stepped in, as a main guy in the rotation. Did this last week after the bye feel more natural? It's been kind of a tough season with you with the injuries. Do you feel like you're all healed up and kind of back in it now?
Yeah, last year that was kind of my first game with significant snaps, like you said, which was a huge confidence booster for me. Playing against those guys and being able to compete with them and making plays with a team like that, it boosts anyone's confidence. Injury-wise, I mean, after the bye week, I think any time you get a week off to let any injury heal, anytime I can get off my feet and let my body heal, it's going to do some good for you. I don't really feel like anything's going on with my injury anymore. It's pretty much already healed up. It's I kind of have to wear braces for a precaution thing, but other than that, it's fine.
Obviously, a lot has been said about Ohio State's passing attack, but they have one of the better running backs in the Big Ten in TreVeyon Henderson. What sort of challenge does he pose to the defense?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, with Ohio State, when you're talking about Ohio State, you're pretty much talking about they probably got a lot of the best players in that in whatever position you're talking about. It's nothing new. We've seen some pretty good running backs this year. You saw what the Michigan State running back did. Against Michigan, we played we did really well against him. We've played top 10 rushing running backs all year long. It's kind of the thing in the Big Ten. They got some good running backs. He is a good running back. Don't get me wrong, but I think we're prepared for it. We're ready for him to try to run the ball on us. So we're excited for it.
Casey, you said that you guys think you could do some damage. What evidence is there that you guys could do damage? And are you talking about being a spoiler for them, or are you talking about physical?
Everything. We could. They're still going for a spot in the playoffs. A loss could ruin that. I'm just saying, win the game. A lot could happen when we win the game. Not necessarily any specific physical or any other type of damage, but just winning the game. Nothing though specific.
Anything else for Casey? All right, appreciate it. Looking forward to offense, Ledbury, and then Adrian's here as well. So
Thank you.